Hey folks, HTCG here, and in today's video we have a news type video. So we've been waiting for the ban list to hit, and one kind of has hit. The World Championships have just taken part, with Sakazuki taking all three of the top spots in the finals. So congrats to those players, but that does highlight that there is definitely like some problems in the format, right? Like that's an awfully consistent top for it, and like it just goes to show like anyone who's like, well, Sakazuki hasn't it's the best deck because it just won Worlds and got all of the tops at Worlds. So yeah, crazy, absolutely crazy. So a ban list has been announced, but it's only been announced on the Japanese stream. So yeah, let's take a look. This is the announcement for the bans if you haven't seen them. The Sakazuki leader has straight up just been one more comboed and is gone. It's to zero. You cannot run this leader anymore in Japanese formats from April 1st. Impact, which comes out in OPO7, has been banned as well. That's gone to zero. So not even a limit there, just straight up gone. This card is really, really strong. It's a way for Katakuri to just be able to be like, no, 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 and then there's no point you trying to protect your last life because I'll just get rid of it and go for game anyway. And also, this can straight up just KO an opponent's character with 5 cost or less, which is really, really strong. Like it's like a jet pistol, but also with a way to go for game in the same thing, but also is kind of stronger than a jet pistol. So yeah, pretty darn crazy, to be honest. And then one that I think not a lot of people will be like confused about is Great Eruption. It's gone to zero. It's just too much value. Like it's in too many combos for black where it's just like I get to draw, which is insane. Filter as well, like 1 for a filter is pretty nice, but also I get to reduce. So this is impactful for obviously Sakazuki. Well, that's in the bins. Gecko Moria has been running it as well, so that's something that you need to keep in mind. And I think there are like a few nuanced black decks that have been going for this, so I don't think it's that impactful because they still have Ice Age that you can now just bump to 4, but it is nice to be able to knock down some of that consistency of just being able to use a card that also draws. So it's like, I think the issue with combo decks is like, especially with cards like these, is managing your resources. Combo decks usually have the payoff of it's like, I can do these things, but it costs me a lot, and then I end up having a strong board, or I get to where I want to be. I think the issue is that that's just not been the case, right? Like, Sakazuki has been able to be like, I get to wipe your entire board, and also, I have a full board, and half of them are blockers, and I still have cards in my hand, which makes no sense. So, yeah, we don't know if these are going to come over to the West. I think they will, in all honesty. My advice would be, please don't buy any Sakazuki leaders unless you're trying to invest in the future unbanning of said card. But also I would hold off on paying any scalper prices for the Black Starter deck as well. So yeah, big impacts to the top 3 decks next format if this does come to the West. Because Saka was the best deck in format. Gecko Moria was a contender in tier 1 as well, and that just did get a small hit in the form of Great Eruption. It's not going to be as easy now for you to be able to go combo piece Absalom. So you can still do that with your Ice Age, but you're not going to get the draw, so you're going to lose out on that value, which is going to be really helpful for other people going into that. And then the impact is it is actually a nice hit. People were screaming for Tenkar's Big Mom to be hit, but I feel like the additional removal just gave it too many options in the game in general. So now you can just focus on kind of just playing against yellow like you've been used to. But yeah, there also is some other news. So they have banned the Sakazuki leader and have announced that they are going to be releasing a promo at future tournaments. Why am I I'm zooming in and it's zooming out. Okay, there we go. That'll do. So this isn't an errata. So you still, if this comes to the West, or even in Asia, you're not allowed to use the original Sakazukis that you have, which I do think is kind of a bit odd. But that might mean that that's highlighting that they're thinking about potential unbans in the future. So it might become a leader again in the future that we can just go back to and utilize. But this is the Sakazuki, so if you can't see it, its effect is kind of Dudu Kaka. It's got an activate main effect of you can discard a card with Navy from your hand, and one of your opponent's characters get -1, which sucks. I think this does take top spot for worst leader in the game, honestly. Unless this translation is incorrect. I've seen the translation saying that you draw as well, which still has the filter elements of Sakazuki, so maybe that wouldn't be the worst leader in the game, but it's definitely not standard strong. And I have just grabbed like Isho here to show you, like this is a done one. Your turn, all of your opponent's characters get -1 cost, and you don't have to discard a card from your hand. And then also you get to do the Rustandy shenanigans. And this is a Dudukaka leader. This is not good. Like, no offense to issue players, please play something slightly better and get some tournament wins. But yeah, that's just it. I don't think it's that important, to be honest. I think it's just like time to be like, we've banned the thing you love, but look, we've made a new guy. So yeah, just switch this leader out with your normal Saka leader, bring the same list right, apart from your great eruptions, and I'm sure you'll be fine. But yeah, I think this is hard. This is the harshest bit. I don't think this was necessary, honestly. Like, it's a great leader effect, but we have great leaders. Like, that's fine. I think the filter was too much, in all honesty. But like, just hit some of the main pieces, right? Maybe it's blocking like future card design because it's just too strong. Who knows? But this is the news. Don't go buying any Sakazuki decks right now, because I imagine we'll get similar. We will definitely still get a ban list in the West. The other thing is that if we get the same ban list and the same date, these all of this is still going to be legal for the 2 EU regionals that we have in Greffield and in Wolves in Wolverhampton. So you're still going to see Sakazuki if it's set for the same date, because they're in March. So keep that in mind when you're testing. Yeah, thanks for watching. Just a little update, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.